of leadership. Mastering the art of leadership. So I'll be focusing on leadership branding and influence. So in a world where trust and credibility are essential currencies, your leadership brand speaks before you say a word. When you appear, your brand will speak before anything you say. How you appear, how you conduct yourself, how you behave, your mannerism, your even physical appearance, your demeanor, it speaks even before you say a word. So it defines how others perceive your values. Your leadership branding defines how others perceive your values, your decisions. Have you noticed that if you bring a rich person to a room, everybody listens to the rich person more than if you bring a poor person? Even if the poor person is in suit, they will never listen to him because that person, the way they see the person is different from the way they see a rich person. Not all rich people dress very nice, but they have a way of carrying themselves that draws people's attention to them, or people give attention to them. So how people will perceive you will be determined by your branding, your values, and your influence. So leadership branding is not about self-promotion. It has nothing to do with self-promotion. Leadership branding is not the same as self-promotion. Self-promotion, many people want to promote themselves to go viral. Everybody talk about them. That is not leadership branding. Okay? But it is about authentic representation. How you present yourself, how people see you. There are many people, they don't talk, but they are widely respected and revered. So it's about projecting who you are. So leadership branding is about projecting who you are, what you stand for, and the impact you consistently make. When you make impact, you don't need to speak about it. It will speak for you. And people will see it. People will even attest that you are making impact. Who you are and what you stand for is what will determine your leadership branding, or is what helps you to brand yourself as a leader. So when we say crafting your leadership identity, what we need to understand is that every leader has an identity. When right now, as we are talking now, when we mention somebody's name who is a leader, everybody will have a perspective about the person because of the person's identity. For example, when we mention Jerry John Rawlings, everybody know his identity because of how he conducted himself, who he is, what he did. Are you getting it? So his identity is what everybody is conscious of. So every leader, whether consciously or not, has an identity or a brand. Whether you consciously know it or you don't know, you have a brand. And that brand is formed by how you communicate, how you make decisions, how you handle conflict, how you are able to lead under pressure, and how you treat other people. So whether you are conscious of it or you are not, there is a leadership identity attached to your name. There are people who will always be remembered as cruel leaders. There are others who will always be remembered as generous leaders. There are other leaders who will always be remembered as the fearless leaders. So your ability to lead under pressure, to treat people to handle issues, to make decisions, and to communicate well. These are the things that consciously or unconsciously create your leadership identity. And you must be able to craft your own leadership identity consciously. You must be intentional about it. An effective leadership brand is intentional, it is value driven, and you have to be consistent with it. You don't just do it once and then you stop doing it. Without consistency, you will not be able to make a mark. So you need to ask yourself, what do I want people to say about my leadership when I'm not in a room? That is what we call your leadership identity. What do I want people to say about my leadership when I'm not in the room? There are people who will talk good about you when you are present, when you are around. But behind your back, you don't know what they say about you. What they actually say about you is your true leadership identity. Sometimes they may get it wrong, but trust me, what sometimes they say to your face may not be the reality or the truth. But sometimes what they say behind your back may be what they really see about you or think about you. Another question you have to ask yourself is that, what values do I model in my daily behavior? What values do I model in my daily behavior, on a daily purpose? What are my habitual values? Yesterday, everybody mentioned their core values. So the question is that, which of the values or what values do you always pursue? Do you live by on a daily purpose? You can't say that you are somebody who is honest, but you are only honest when you see money. When there's no money, you are not honest. Or you are only honest when you see people around, but when people are not around, you are not honest. It means that it has not become a behavior. Your values must become a behavior, a character. Everybody must know you by it. When we mention your name, everybody will be like, oh yes, this man is a very honest person. Even when you give him money, you can never change that behavior. There are people who can easily be bought with money. When you give them money, they will change right now. A good and a great leader, effective leader, cannot change their values because of what they merit or not. So as a leader, your values must be modeled on a daily purpose, on a daily routine, so that it can become your behavior, your character, what people identify you with. That is what we mean by crafting your leadership identity. Another question you need to also ask yourself is that, what unique strength do I consistently bring to my team or my company or organization? What strength, what unique strength? Everybody have their strength. Some people's strength is good communication. Some people's strength is the ability to motivate people. Some people's strength is their ability to do everything with excellence. So everybody have their own strength. So you need to ask yourself, what strength do I consistently bring into the business, into the organization, into my place of work? You must be consistent about your strength. You must be intentional about it. Everybody must know that, yes, when it comes to this person is who we can trust, that can perform it or can do it. People will begin to recommend you because they know that when it comes to maybe IT, this is the right person we need to call. When it comes to this is the right person we need to call. So if your behavior, your values are consistent, and your strengths are also consistent, it will build your leadership identity. Somebody type leadership identity. Leadership identity. So everybody have their own leadership identity. So from today, you must be consistent, you must be conscious, intentional about building your leadership identity. Crafting your leadership brand begins with self-awareness. You must be aware of yourself and be conscious of yourself and be intentional about yourself. You must know your strength. You must acknowledge your blind spots. Many people don't like it when you pinpoint their blind spots for them. They will always want to appear perfect. They always want to appear without blame, but that is not what leadership is. Sometimes you must acknowledge your blind spot and work on it so that you will become a better leader. Are you getting it? And you must be honest about your motivations. Be honest about what motivates you, because authenticity is the cornerstone of a credible leadership brand. You must be authentic. Authenticity is the cornerstone of a credible leadership brand. So from today, I want you to live here and go on a journey of branding your leadership identity. When I started doing leadership, now everybody knows me for leadership. Though as a man of God, I do many things, but now most people know me more for leadership than any other thing. Are you getting it? So I'm building a leadership identity. I'm building identity for myself. So when they are looking for somebody who will handle deliverance, they will not call me. When they are looking for somebody who is very good at, let's say, healing and certain things, they will not call me, though I have healing gift. But when they are looking for somebody who is good at mentoring people, training people, helping people to become better people, and helping people to build their ministry, helping people to build their business and all that, then Father Abraham will be remembered, because that is my leadership identity. That is my brand. That is my brand that I am building. Are you getting it? So you must build visibility and credibility. So you can write it down. Building visibility and credibility. Visibility is not just about going viral or being known by everybody. You understand? It's not just about everybody knowing about you, but when credibility is attached to your visibility, you become a person of influence. Why do we call certain people in society influential people? Influential people are people who are not only visible, but there is credibility attached to their name. There is integrity attached to their visibility. There are certain people, when we mention their name in Ghana here, you cannot say anything good about them, but they are visible. Everybody knows them, but you can't say anything good about them. There is no credibility, there's no integrity attached to them. So what makes the difference is not just being popular, but credibility and integrity attached to your visibility. So influential leaders are not just effective, they are visible. When you are effective leader, you will become visible. Many people want to become visible, but they don't want to be effective. Effectiveness will definitely bring an impact, a long-lasting impact that will make you to be visible. Visibility doesn't mean being the loudest voice or the most known person, that everybody know him or her, that everybody hears your name, or being loud everywhere, you are speaking everywhere. That is no visibility. Visibility means showing up with clarity, with consistency, and with value. The value you place on yourself will help you to become visible with credibility. The kind of value you place on yourself will make people see you either as an influential leader or just a visible person. People will see you whether you make a mark or you only exist in the system. So there are three main ways you can build visibility. Number one, you can build visibility by speaking at meetings with insight and purpose. Wherever you find yourself, at the workplace, in church, in business meetings, in public, with people, you must be able to speak with insight and purpose. Don't be the leader who speaks about everything and doesn't make any sense. You must be the leader who goes somewhere, speaks, and people will be like, wow, this guy is deep. We really learned a lot from him. Because of that, the people will always yearn to listen to you. So a leader can be visible by speaking insight and with purpose wherever he goes. That's number one. Number two, you can be visible by sharing your thoughts, your leadership thoughts with people. Whether you have written it, whether you are having one-on-one mentorship with people, whether you are teaching people, you must share your thoughts, because the knowledge you share with people will help the people to always remember the impact you have made in their life or the input in their lives. I don't know if you are getting me. The knowledge you share with people will remain with them, and with time, they will always ascribe certain knowledge they gain by your input, by what you spoke to them about, by what you told them. Many people came into the system as leaders and they died and nobody could hear about them because they didn't transfer any knowledge that people can build their life on. Martin Luther King, if not for anything, will always be remembered by his messages and quotes, because these are knowledge that he transferred to others, and he is visible till today because he shared his thoughts, his ideas, his knowledge with people. Dr. Miles Monroe died some years back, but there are certain people who also died over 50 years ago, but he became more popular than them because he still has a lot of videos and audios and books that people can always draw knowledge from, that has blessed people. So if you want to be visible as a leader, there are mediums to becoming visible with credibility. I said number one is to speak with insight and purpose wherever you go. Number two is to share your thoughts to people, whether through writing, whether through mentoring people, whether through teaching the people. Anyhow you can do it. It will inform the people and leave a mark in their life, and they'll always speak about you. They'll always speak of you to other people. The third one is advocating for others and creating platforms for emerging voices. Advocating for others and creating platforms for emerging voices. I want to use someone as an example, and I believe you all know him. His name is Wodemaya. He's a content creator. Wodemaya created a platform where everybody could see so many things going around the continent of Africa. And today, many people have discovered so many cultures, discovered places, and begin to relate or to have this unity among nations and countries because of this guy's intentional platform to explore the continent and to give people the hope that their country or whatever they are doing, people are watching and helping. Through this platform the guy created, or the advocates he has been doing, it has developed him. It has made him very visible. It has made him to meet a lot of prominent people. It has made him to make a lot of money, and he's doing a lot of businesses. He has met presidents, and as we speak now, he even has a diplomatic passport, and he's doing great. This started by someone consciously deciding that I want to be visible, not just visible like other people who come on social media, insult politicians, insult leaders, insult people, and do fight and so many things, though they become visible, but they are not making any money. Have you not noticed that there are some people talking plenty on social media? They are visible, everybody knows them, but they are not making any money because there's no credibility attached to their visibility. There is no integrity. They are not intentional. They are not impacting any lives. They are not helping anybody. They are only creating mess around. Are you getting it? If you are getting it, just type I'm getting it. So credibility is earned by doing what you say and saying what you do. Credibility is earned by doing what you say and saying what you do. Consistency over time builds trust, and trust is the foundation of influence. If you are going to influence anybody, trust is the foundation of it. If people cannot trust you, you cannot influence them. So let's look at using influence for organizational impact. Using influence for organizational impact. Influence goes beyond authority. So when we say someone is an influential, it does not only mean that the person has authority, or because the person is in authority, that's why he is influential. There are people who are not in any authority, but they are very influential, more than people in authority. Usually when they come up with the most influential people, top 100 influential people in Africa, hardly will you see a president in it. Maybe one or two presidents have made it in those lists, but hardly will you see any MP or any minister in it. Most of the time, it is either advocates, they are either people who leave a mark in the society, whether in business, in politics, in families, in health, in the economy, and all that. They are the people who become influential, and they have large following. They have large following, and they can bring crowds that even a president cannot gather. So that is what we mean by influence goes beyond authority. There are certain people who may have authority, maybe an MP or a minister, but may not be able to gather the number of people someone who is maybe an artist, who is having fans in Nigeria, Togo, Benin, can gather. Are you getting it? These are just examples for you to understand how leadership goes. You don't need to be in a high position to influence people. You don't need authority over people before you can influence them. Without authority, when you build your leadership identity, when you impact lives, they will rally around you. You don't need to force anybody to rally around you. They themselves will rally around you. So whilst authority is position, influence is relational and earned. So how you relate with people is what will make you earn their trust and you can be able to influence them. So influential leaders align people around a vision, not by force, but by inspiration and conviction. So what do they do? Number one, they lead through example, not just directives. They don't just direct people and then the people go to do, but they themselves, they do it first or they do it with the people. So if you want to use influence for impact, number one, you do what? You lead through example, not just by directives. Number two, you must learn how to use storytelling to bring purpose to life. When we say storytelling, we are not talking about storybook stories in the book or maybe Cinderella, Pinocchio, no. But when we say storytelling, you can even tell story of the future, the purpose, the direction you are going with them. Create stories. Always have a story you can use to impact people or you can use to rally people around you to influence them for a cause. So you use storytelling to bring people, to bring purpose to life. You can tell them of the vision, the mission, where you guys want to be. For example, those who are close to me, sometimes when we are talking, I tell them, listen, this is where I see ourselves as an organization. That a time is going to come in the world where when you mention the name of a president, let's say the president of Nigeria, you can attest that the president of Nigeria was trained by Wisdom World Impact or mentored in Wisdom World Impact. Is that not a story? Is that not the future? Something that is about to happen in the future. I've put together and I'm telling you now. So quickly or immediately you will begin to see where we are going. A time is going to come where when you say, oh, all the MPs in Accra, they were all trained by Wisdom World Impact. Oh, they were mentored. They raised them. Is that not a storytelling? You are telling a story to bring purpose to life. So the people know where we are going. The people know what we need to do to achieve that. For another example, sometimes I tell people a time is going to come, we will have a city where there will be airports, there will be this, there will be that. Now the people know that, wow, this is where we are going. So you must always bring purpose to life. And this is how you can influence people to rally around you. And I know that some of you have stuck with me for a while and you are going to still stick with this organization and we are going to achieve great things together because we have a future. We are going somewhere and we are going to make it. So the third one is to cultivate alliances and informal networks that support change. Cultivate alliances and informal networks that support change. So if you want to really be an impactful influencer, then you must learn how to network with other people, to create alliances, to bring other people into the picture, to cause a change, to bring about advancement. True leadership influence uplifts others. True leadership influence, it uplifts others. It doesn't bring people down, but it uplifts them. It helps them to see the possibilities of a better outcome of the future. It helps them to know where they are going. It helps them to motivate themselves and be inspired to achieve better things, to do better for their life. It also encourages and fosters loyalty and ignites movement, not just compliance. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? So let's look at avoiding the pitfalls of ego branding. So There are people building identity, leadership identity, and branding